The entire NBA All-Star Game weekend was done tastefully, was done thoughtfully in honor of Kobe. Common's thoughts before the game yesterday, Jennifer Hudson's song, everything just worked. Adam Silver, who is not perfect, we all criticized him and how he handled things surrounding the China and Hong Kong fallout earlier in the season. He's not perfect, but this was a weekend where he tastefully and thoughtfully figured out ways to do right by one of his former players, Kobe, and do right by his current players and his current league and their fans. And on the flip side, you had Rob Manfred, who kind of didn't figure out the right way for anybody in how he has handled the Houston Astros fallout, the scandal, the punishments. It didn't do right by anybody. Players across the league are bent that the Astros didn't get more punishment. Players across the league feel screwed that they got robbed out of their own win, their own World Series title. Players around the league keep pointing at the league and saying, we didn't do enough, they didn't do enough, our leadership didn't do enough. And then when Rob Manfred explains his reasoning behind not doing what he did, everything falls on deaf ears. It sounds ridiculous. It sounds silly. It sounds hollow. Manfred, on the one hand, wants to say, we only want to have civil discourse. On the other hand, takes pot shots of the Wall Street Journal. On the one hand, say our hands were tied. On the other hand, say, yeah, but the punishment is really stiff. These guys have to live with this for the rest of their lives. On the one hand, wants to say we did the right thing because we had to go after leadership. On the other hand, admits we couldn't do what we wanted because of the union. And nobody in baseball is happy. Nobody. You couldn't have had two more dramatic, polar opposite weekends for commissioners. This was a really bad one for Rob Manfred. At some point, do I feel like Manfred couldn't do what he should have done or wanted to do? I suppose. But there also is guts that have to come with that position of leadership. And knowing how to steer and navigate choppy waters, in this case, tornado, hurricane waters. And Manfred has not passed this test well.